Hey friends, it's your children's pastor, Jackie Monastra, here for another NiteLIGHT. So we are in our series Rewritten, and last week we looked at action stories. This week we're looking at adventure stories. What is your most favorite adventure story of all time? In all adventure stories, it seems like the main character has to be super brave. Do you guys think you could be brave like that character? Today we're going to look at a story of someone who is very brave, but their bravery didn't come because they were so great or amazing. It was because they trusted in how great and amazing Jesus is. This amazing story is absolutely 100% true, just like all the stories in the Bible are, and it took place at night on the water. Already things are getting a little tense. Oh, the suspense! There were some guys on a boat at night, and then one of the men got out of the boat. Oh my. Let's open our Bibles and read today's story. Open up to Matthew chapter 14. We are going to read verses 22 through 33. So Matthew chapter 14, 22 through 33. Here we go. Immediately after this, Jesus insisted that his disciples get back in the boat and cross to the other side of the lake while he sent the people home. After sending them home, he went up into the hills by himself to pray. Night fell while he was there alone. Meanwhile, the disciples were in trouble, far away from land, for a strong wind had risen, and they were fighting heavy waves. At about 3 o'clock in the morning, Jesus came toward them, walking on the water. When the disciples saw him walking on the water, they were terrified. In their fear, they cried out, "It's a ghost!" But Jesus spoke to them at once. "Don't be afraid," he said. "Take courage, I am here." Then Peter called to him, "Lord, if it's really you, tell me to come out to you, walking on the water." "Yes, come," Jesus said. So Peter went over the side of the boat and walked on water towards Jesus. But when he saw the strong wind and the waves, he was terrified and began to sink. "Save me, Lord," he shouted. Jesus immediately reached out and grabbed him. "You have so little faith," Jesus said. "Why did you doubt me?" When they climbed back in the boat, the wind stopped. Then the disciples worshiped him. "You really are the Son of God," they exclaimed. So our story today reminds me of this really cool trick. Check this out. I have a clear pitcher of water and 2 oranges. I'm going to put both of these oranges in the water, and they're going to do 2 very different things. One orange has its peel and the other one has lost its peel. But before I can put them in the water, I want you to turn to your neighbor and make a prediction. Which one do you think will sink? Which one do you think will float? All right, you have 3 seconds. Ready? 3, 2, 1. All right, here we go. Let's do the peeled one first. Oh, okay. And now the one with its peel. Ta-da! So which one floated? Well, the one with the peel, the one that was protected. You see, this week we are all looking at the idea that Jesus invites all of us to go on an adventure with him, to trust him and follow him. And when we do, we can trust him. We can trust that God is with us, that he's protecting us, just like how this orange's peel is protecting the orange from sinking. When Peter kept his eyes on Jesus and remembered who was with him and who was protecting him, he walked on the water, kind of like our floating orange. But when he took his eyes off of Jesus, when he forgot who to trust, Jesus or the scary situation, well, he began to sink. In this life, on this adventure with Jesus, Jesus is protecting us. We can be sure that we are protected when we face scary or unsure things because God is with us. We can trust Jesus. There might be times where we're on an adventure with God and we get a little nervous looking at our circumstances. But when we look to Jesus and we keep our eyes on him, we remember that God can do anything. We remember that we can trust him because he knows us, he loves us, and he is with us. So, what choice can you make today that shows that you trust Jesus? Share it with your neighbor. Keep talking about how important it is to trust and follow Jesus. All right, I'll see you guys next time, and don't forget to check back on Friday for another episode of the Friday Fun Day Variety Show. Until then, don't forget that God is with you and loves you so much. Bye, friends.